This interview is from Chat City, Preston FM's mid-morning magazine show, live weekdays from 10 till noon.
And 1 in 3 people who are over 65 at some stage will be affected as well. So the council does provide a lot of services in terms of the contact centre, the leisure services, leisure centres. So we're very keen that our staff are aware of dementia and the things they can do to support people that are trying to use our services. And it's just a simple understanding of, you know, if someone perhaps needs to be taken to a quieter area of the contact centre, for example, a less busy environment, and how they can be supported. So the council's very committed to doing this. And one of the other things we're trying to support is the concept of Dementia Friends. You've probably seen the adverts on the TV recently.
Yes.
Which are really quite powerful adverts, encouraging people to become dementia friends. So we're running a number of sessions throughout this week to enable people to become a dementia friend.
And the sessions that are being run are open to any member of the public?
Absolutely anyone. We've got some sessions tomorrow in the town hall and some sessions on our Citizen's Own vehicle on Friday. And they're open to anyone. I can give a number later and people can book up and come along. They only take about 40 minutes. And we've been running the sessions for a few months now, and they've been very popular. And we've had really positive feedback about the sessions, but they support what people have probably seen in the television advert. That this is part of a national movement, really, to raise people's awareness of dementia, and also support and encourage people to take positive action to support family members, friends, relatives, to live well with the condition. I think that's the important message, that it is possible to live well with the condition, but not ignore it.
And over the recent months, etc., has training then been undertaken with staff within the council who do offer face-to-face consultations with members of the public?
Yeah, it's ongoing. I think about 140 or 150 members of staff now are trained to be dementia friends within the council, and that's progressing. We've focused upon frontline services. So that's worked really well, and we'd like also to encourage any other organisations that would like to get their staff trained, as well as to the opportunities that they can do this. And there's real benefits for supporting people to access services and providing good customer care. I think that's ultimately what it is.
Because I would imagine probably it wasn't something that staff was consciously aware of before the training began. Yesterday, I interviewed a lady, sadly, whose husband had dementia, and she was saying that one of the things that she did find difficult was when she had to go along to talk to medical professions or go to appointments, was the way, you know, people didn't know how to treat her. And because she was living with her husband, she felt that, you know, she knew what it was like to be with him, but she found it very difficult and quite isolating when she had to deal with agencies, etc.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the training that's undertaken within the council, that should lessen the opportunities for that to happen when people come along in the future.
I think very much so. I mean, when people think of dementia, the first thing that comes to mind is that you know it's all about losing your memory. But there are other impacts dementia has, you know, in terms of how you can communicate, how you can follow a conversation, perhaps mood swings. So it's being aware of that, and things like the perception of your environment. If you're a business, for example, you know, if you've got a reception area, you've got lots of mirrors. That can be very confusing to someone that's been affected by dementia, or pattern carpets, for example. I was quite fascinated when I became a dementia champion that if someone has dementia, if they're quite, or if you've got a family relative, you might often see them gingerly putting their foot down. Well, that might be that they're not totally aware of what they're stepping into. So if there's a dark carpet, that might appear like a hole. So it's these small things, but I think they have a massive impact on someone. And also, you know, visiting your supermarket, a local shop, your bank, these are things that, if you have dementia, people should be supported to carry on with their daily lives. And if people can become aware of just those small things to take into account, I think that can really make a massive impact.
Yes, I'm sure. And again, what we were discussing yesterday is the fact that dementia is a word that's been known forever, and people know that word but are often fearful to talk about it, or sometimes, like cancer, it's been, you know, something that you just don't talk about. So now to bring it into the public arena and to talk about the fact that you can support and live with somebody with dementia quite successfully is quite important, that the media do actually focus on that and not the negative aspects.
Absolutely. One of the key messages for the Dementia Friends sessions is it's possible to live well with dementia and remain active in your community. And most people with dementia, I think that's exactly what they want to do. And also, I think dementia traditionally, for a lot of people, has been seen as a natural part of ageing. Well, it isn't. It is a disease of the brain. It's a condition. So there is a need for people to seek to access their GP, for example. Whereas I think traditionally a few years ago, people just thought, well, it's something that happened, so nothing can be done for me. And I think it's really vital for relatives and people that may have concerns to go and see their GP and get some advice. It's not something to be embarrassed about, and you know, there's a lot of things that can be done to support someone. My mother had dementia about 10 or 15 years ago, and I think the world's moved on within that short period of time, that it's not something that should be ignored now.
So, Nigel, just tell us again then about Thursday, the event that's taking place on Thursday.
Right, this is an event led by the Alzheimer's Society, and their National Dementia Awareness bus will be parked on the Flag Market between 10 and 4. So people, if they're in the town centre, city centre, just pop in, whatever advice they need, there'll be someone on that vehicle to offer that advice and support. As well as that, we've got some Dementia Friends sessions coming up. We've got sessions tomorrow in the town hall, and we've also got some sessions on Friday in the Fulwood area. If people want to book those sessions, we've still got some spaces, and they can phone Preston 906453 and we can get them booked on a session.
And how do the sessions move forward? What's the kind of content of the session?
They're very interactive. I've supported a number of sessions, and it depends on who comes along. But really, the sessions, it's not chalk and talk. It's really a group session where people can ask questions, talk about the experiences they've had, but also find out about a number of key things about dementia, and a number of things that we've already talked about. You know, it's not a natural part of ageing. It's not something that happens as you get older. And dementia can affect not just your memory but perception, for example. And really the key message is it's possible to live well with dementia, and as a dementia friend you can support people to do that. Just those small little things, by, you know, if you're in a supermarket, for example, and you perhaps see someone struggling to recognise a coin, you know, what a pound coin looks like, a £5 note, just recognise those signs and be willing to support that person. Or if you have an elderly neighbour that you have concerns about, perhaps not ignore that as an issue, to look out for them.
So again, a way of knowing that you're not alone, and that
absolutely, it's a very isolating condition.
Yes,
I think
yes.
dementia, both for the person that's affected by it, but quite often their carer as well. And a lot of people with dementia, they become more isolated by staying in their homes and not getting out and about. And I think really we should all be encouraging people to be active in their neighbourhoods and community, and that's for the benefit of everyone.
So Nigel, just give us that contact number again.
It's Preston 01772 906453. Please give us a call and we'll do our best to get you booked on a session.
Okay, and also the national line for Alzheimer's Society, the Dementia Awareness Week Don't Bottle It Up campaign. National helpline is 0300 222 1122. Okay, well, Nigel, can I thank you for coming in and telling us about the event on Thursday and also the work that Council's undertaking to support people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. We hope you've enjoyed the interviews as much as we have. Why not give us a tweet at ChatCityPFM?